I wonder when I'll be as tall as my big sister.
Chevrolet's invented for keeping your team alive, but Arlecchino can't be healed. So that's kind of rough. So here's my question: is her damage going to be so high that it will make up for Bennett being on
the show begin.
Strike a pose! This is long overdue. Born of Ice and Fire. I can fix this. Next on the agenda.
We're waiting.
I think the one good thing about normal attack character, especially Arlecchino, is that unless her combos, like Yuimiya, need to be finished, like she's doing a 5-hit combo, you are going to be free to dash and dodge around, which could make it so that survivability isn't as much of an issue. Like, obviously it will be, like someone like Sino or something like that. It hurts to dodge because you're losing combo damage.
Access
But
denied.
Arlecchino doesn't have a specific combo, she's specifically using normal attacks. That could be okay. Obviously another team that comes to mind is Double Hydro.
Take flight!
The thing about how she makes herself and attacks early by hurting you to beat her attack, so it could be that Arlecchino just downgrade in a team like this. There's another thing to consider is that Arlecchino may be a bit more of an AoE character, and so if she's a bit more of an AoE character, it could be that Mono Pyro is going to be really good. If we look at her normal attacks, like, it looks like that they have a really big AoE. Sometimes, I think basically how good her AoE is sort of depends on how generous these hitboxes are, because the animations are what they are. But actually, if we go back here a little bit, she does hit the Heliotron all the way back here, even though, let's put it on slowdown, that one, it goes very far behind her, and then we'll watch this one on slow-mo, it reaches all the way back, and hits this Heliotron, even though he looks kind of beyond her normal, normal range. So it could be that her range is actually bigger than it looks, which some characters' range is bigger than it looks, some is smaller. Like characters like Raiden and Hayato, the AoE is kind of bigger than it looks. And some
Healthy
characters
body,
have
healthy
the
mind.
opposite AoE. I won't mention any names, we're going to be triggered. So this could be really good. She could be like a really good AoE character. And I think that would separate her and give her an identity outside of
Shower me with drip!
outside of
Born of Ice and Frost.
other also states of Pyro DPS. When we look at the Pyro characters, we've got Amber, Jin, and Jim. The support, DPS,
My apologies.
support, offfield DPS. So, you know, the vast majority of Pyro characters are on-field DPSs. One off-field DPS,
Next on the agenda.
4 supports, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on-field Pyro DPSs. The most DPSs of any type, and I think it already was 1, 2, 4 for Hydro, 1, 2-ish, 3, 4 for four for Cryo, 4-ish for Hydro, 1, 2, 4, 5. Even the most generous, only 5. Electro, maybe 6, I guess. Animo has 3, 4 if you count Canyon, but I guess. But she's an off-field support too. Geo has 1, 2, 4, 5 if you're being extremely generous, and 1, 2. So essentially, Pyro is roughly double the amount of on-field DPSs that any other type has, which is kind of crazy. So it's like we really didn't need another Pyro DPS. So I feel like the way that she separates herself is she's better in AoE. Because Linny, although he is mono Pyro, his AoE isn't like his AoE is good. It's better than a bunch of them. But even then, Linny's like main thing is AoE. So are we just getting like bigger cleave? I think the biggest thing that this comes down to is how are her numbers tuned? Is she tuned so that when she's played with a shielder, this is what I'd have to guess. If I had to guess, she's tuned so that when she's with a shielder, she's going to feel slightly worse or a bit worse than all the other DPSs. And when she's without a shielder and just using damaging options, she's going to feel like one of the best characters in the carries in the game if you cannot die. It's going to be a high risk, high reward character, or you lower the risk and lower the reward by putting on another character. That's to give you defensive utility. So that's where I think we're going to land. But as I said in my banner review video, there's really no way to know for sure. Everything about her hinges on how does she feel to play. At the end of the day, how does she feel to play? How good do these teams actually feel in practice? That will determine everything about whether or not she's a good character. She's almost definitely getting a new artifact set as the new artifact set is coming out. I'll make a video on it when the news gets dropped. So yeah, the question is, how will she really feel to play? So if you want to know that, I'll be testing. I have every single character built now, so I'll be testing her with every single character in the game that makes sense to test her with, and give you the lowdown on, what if Arlecchino Melt is secretly good, right? It doesn't look like it. She's a normal attacker, but maybe you can reverse Melt with Rosaria. I don't know. That sounds pretty interesting. I'll give it a test because I've built every single character to help you decide who you want to wish for a build. So subscribe. I have early access to Arlecchino, so I'll be releasing my guide the minute her banner drops. So turn on notifications for that, and take care. Bye for now.
Today's going to be an interesting video. So, stacking spells is a controversial topic in the game.
It's so nice to
However,
de-stress.
the rules are really not that confusing. Today, I'll explain what spell stacking is and how it works. Welcome to Back Tactics, where we stack spells and stack gods. So you might be wondering,
Strike
what am I even
I'll
talking
protect us.
Well, but I'm using the same spell for
Whirling snow.
and that quite beneficial for that target. But Google, the same spell never combines. It's in the rules. Well, almost. Funnily enough, the rule you're talking about is specifically what opens up the possibility to stack spells. In the player's handbook on page 205, in the spellcasting section, it says this. The effects of different spells add together while the durations of those spells overlap. The effects of the same spell cast multiple times don't combine, however. Instead, the most potent effects, such as the highest bonus from those casting, apply while the durations overlap, or the most recent effect applied to the castings are equally potent and their durations overlap.
No
For
touching.
example, two players cast
My
spells on the
apologies.
same target, that can the spell only once.
Let the show begin.
This very clearly brings out all the
Ruin snow.
casting spell.
Press the ice.
Let's use a better example of
Let my name echo in song.
Come on, we can do it.
Gator casts a second level blast and targets me in round 1. And I cast a first level blast on myself in round 5. Nothing's changed. Gator's spell is more potent. Therefore, only his bless will apply to me. A few rounds later, his bless will be over because a minute has passed. At this point, that's when my bless applies. This is because their durations no longer overlap. Gator's spell is gone. Wait, that's how it works? Yeah, that's how it works. That's the best way I can describe it. I've brought this rule up a few times in the past, but I've never really broken it down like this. So stacking bless like this is not worth it. But there are, however, many spells that are worth stacking. Let's talk about probably the biggest one, Death. You touch a creature and grant it a measure of protection from death. The first time the target will drop to 0 HP as a result of taking damage. The target instead drops to 1 HP and the spell ends. If the spell is still in effect when the target is subjected to an effect that will kill it instantaneously without dealing damage, that effect is instead negated against the target and the spell ends. Usually this spell lasts for 8 hours, but as you can see, the spell ends once you reach 0 HP the first time. And then there's some other stuff. Gator, I need your help again. Okay. Let's say I cast Death Ward on Gator twice by casting right after one. The most recent casting, let's call it Death Ward 2, while the first casting is Death Ward, will be the one that applies to Gator while the durations overlap. Now let's say Gator slips and falls off Castle Ravenloft. Wait, what? Death Ward 2 has now ended as per the spell description. Now let's drop this giant boulder on Gator. You see? Death Ward 1 saved you. All is well. This is similar to me casting Death Ward 1, just waiting until Gator falls down, and then casting it again. However, casting them all before it gets hurt has a couple of benefits, and I'll go over that very soon. Because the effect cannot combine, only one Death Ward ends when you reach 0 HP. Fantastic. Now, there are 2 big benefits of casting Death Ward in advance. 1, you don't have to be there after your friend's first Death Ward ends. You can be on another plane of existence or somewhere else. The second benefit is casting the spells in this way allows you to take advantage of fresh casting. If you have spell slots left over after a long adventure day, you can cast Death Ward with your remaining spell slots before your long rest ends. You then regain them for the next day. Basically what happens is yesterday's spell slots become power today. This is very strong, and remember, this lasts 8 hours. If you want to know more about rest casting, link in the description. By the way, down for some bloody Belmoon's movie? Well, I've got news for you. This is a supplement book that's heavily focused around Fang, that's compatible with 5e, OSR, and quests. It even works with Worlds Without Number! Correct. The best game. Anyways, it's got 2 adventures involving Fae shenanigans, and the best of
How
all,
brilliant!
Generator. Oh my god, this is super. This
Yeah!
generator monsters history
Access denied.
sacrificing remake ready boosters. This is from 1.5 billion potential fairy aristocrats. Yeah, it's massive. For example, the King of Golden Bats trades Widow's Tears for loot. The Queen of Nevermind sends enchanted seekers to find the froze. And John of the Lake is hungry and can only be sated by a child's dream. This is a weird book that's going to create wild archfey in seconds with a handful of D6s. I think art really captures what the book truly is, an acid trip with Faye. Watcher DM, the guys making this book, have been around for 3 years now, creating adventures and indie RPGs, and now they want to take their passion to a whole new level. But they need your help. Check out their Kickstarter, it's live right now. To help you optimize, if you sign up for the official Kickstarter pre-launch notification and back any of the packages within the first 48 hours of
What are my orders?
you'll get a free copy of Tomb of the Vampire General for Quest. Put on your red caps and
I wanna
support weird
try
content.
putting
It's
an
super
ammo.
fun. Back to the video.
Sure.
A spell
I'll hang
level
out with you,
very
youngsters.
similar to the rules for spamming if you have the money in the spell slots is Fortune's Favor. I've personally never seen this spell cast before. Anyways, here's what it says. You impart latent luck to yourself or one willing creature you see within range. When the chosen creature makes an attack roll, an ability check, or a saving throw before the spell ends, it can dismiss the spell on itself to roll an additional d20 and choose which of the d20s to use. Alternatively, when an attack roll is made against the chosen creature, it can dismiss the spell on itself to roll a d20 and choose which of the d20s to use, the one it rolled or the one the attacker rolled. If the original d20 roll has advantage or disadvantage, the creature rolls the additional d20 after advantage or disadvantage has been applied to the original roll. Upcast 3rd level or higher, you can target one additional creature for each slot level above 2nd. It usually has a 1 hour duration, but you can dismiss it before then, after which the durations no longer overlap. There's also another side of spell stacking, which comes from the specific wording of
Make sure to keep
this
up.
one will raise some eyebrows for sure. Let's look at Ray of Frost. Make a ranged spell attack against the target. On a hit, it takes 1d8 cold damage, and its speed is reduced by 10 until the start of your next turn. The duration of this spell is instantaneous. It is literally impossible for the spell duration to overlap. That means that the 10-foot speed reduction actually stacks. Google, that makes no sense! The speed reduction has a duration! True, but here's the thing. This is a spell. Let's look at page 5 of Xanathars. It says, different game effects can affect a target at the same time. For example, 2 different benefits include a bonus to your AC, but when 2 or more effects have the same property, only one of them, the most powerful one, if their benefits aren't identical, applies while the durations of the effects overlap. For example, if Bless is cast on you when you're still
No,
under
she's
the
not.
effect of a Bless, you gain the benefit of only 1 casting. Similarly, if you're in the radius of more than 1 aura of protection, you benefit only from the one that grants the highest bonus. However, the 10-foot speed reduction is not an effect with a proper name. Therefore, this rule does not apply. It specifically says it applies when 2 or more effects have the same proper name. Only one of them, blah blah blah. This is just our game. No one would ever allow this. I've played at multiple tables that do allow this, but I think it's fair to rule against this. Anyways, that's everything I know about spell stacking. I'm pretty sure there's more stuff, but I can't think of anything right now. I hope you found this interesting. I personally think stuff like this is fascinating. But anyways, end of video. I hope I earned your subscription and maybe your support on Patreon. I'm off to play video games right now. Bye-bye!
I doubt anyone's still looking for these.
What? The fuck?
Smile! Born of ice and frost.
Rain outlines your fate. Huh? Witness the count.
Glaze over. Animal hypostasis emulation. Wow. So...
I think I'll keep it. I need Baruzan. Not Baruzan. Arena.
hang out with you youngsters.
No AoE, no problem.
I have high hopes for this journey.
What are my orders?
Shower me with
Shut up, Paimon.
Access
We're
denied.
kind of under attack.
Yeah! Yeah! Ha!
Next on the agenda.
Take flight!
Today is a lucky day.
Why not? I want to enjoy Charlotte's new skin a bit.
I wish I could interview whoever left this stuff here.
Why?
Mm-hmm.
hard-hitting Have fun with this gift! Too late for it!
Rain outlines your fate. Know my sword.
Ta! If you keep your eyes peeled and your mind engaged, you'll find there's always a new story nearby just waiting to be discovered.
Jesus. That looks very uncomfortable.
Astra. Thank you for complete. Add Astra.